and welcome. I am Dr. Pauline Fu. In this video, I will present calculation on term N for ordinary general annuities. I will also present calculation for interest rate for ordinary general annuities. To determine term N, you need to use either formula or calculator, including Excel. If the future value is given, If the future value is given, you use this formula to calculate the term N. Okay, future value is given. And usually PMT is also given. And what is P? P is the equivalent rate per payment period. P equal to 1 plus I raised to power C minus 1. And what is I? I is the periodic rate of interest. Okay, periodic rate of interest. And C is number of compounding per payment period. It is equal to CY over PY. CY represents number of interest conversion per year. PY, number of payment per year. Okay. So you get C, you get I, you can calculate P and plug in the formula, you get term N. Now let's look at our problem. For how long must contributions of 2,000 be made at the end of each year to accumulate to 100,000 at 6% compounded quarterly? So we analyze the problem first, then we can plug in the correct formula. So for how long means what is the term N? Contribution of 2,000 each year. 2,000 is PMT. At the end means this is ordinary annuity. Ordinary means at the end. So you make payment every year. So PY equal to 1 because 1 year you make 1 payment. And interest is compounded quarterly. CY equal to 4. 1 year you convert interest 4 times. So here we have situation where PY not equal to CY. When PY not equal to CY, okay, when PY not equal to CY, it is general. What is the keyword? General. Okay. All right. So we plug in the formula. This formula needs P. And what is P? P equal to 1 plus I raised to power C. Okay. And what is I? I is 6% divided by 4. I 6% divided by 4. And what is C? C equal to CY over PY. CY is number of conversion per year for interest. CY is 4. Interest is compounded quarterly. PY, number of payment per year, is 1. So you know the C. You know I, plug in C and I into formula for P. You figure out this is the P. Okay. And once you get P, plug in P here, P here, and FV, future value is given. So FV is 100,000 FV. Okay, and you can figure out the term N. So this is a formula method. And how do I do it? Using financial calculator. To use financial calculator, use first, second equate to clear any previous entries. And then make sure there is nothing on top right corner here. Means that is the end, END end. Next, you set up PY by quick second PY. PY is 1. Enter. Down arrow key, you get CY. CY is 4. Enter. Second, quit. And now enter 2000. Negative PMT. 100,000. That is FV, future value. 6 is interest I. Now you have entered 3 numbers. You need to enter 4 numbers. So 0 is PV. Last step, compute term N. You get exactly the same number as we use formula. Okay. So this is a calculator method. As usual, I will also use Excel. To use Excel, first step, you need to calculate the P, equivalent rate per payment period. So P equal to 1 plus I. I is 6% over 4. Then raised to power C. C is CY over PY, 4 over 1. Then minus 1. So this is P. See, this number is exactly this number here. We calculated by hand. And once you have a P, you use NPER function to calculate term N. Rate is this one, P. PMT, negative 2000, comma, PV, 0. FV, 100,000, type, 0. Okay, press enter key. So you get this number. Okay, exactly the same number as we get by formula. Okay. So this is a question about calculate term N for ordinary general annuity using 3 different methods. So this is calculator method. Okay. Sometimes future value is not given. What given is present value. If you are given present value, you use this formula for term N. Okay. The procedure and the principle is exactly the same as what we have just done for that question, except instead of giving FV, you are giving PV, present value. So that concludes calculation for term N for ordinary general annuity. Next, I will present calculation for interest. Calculating the periodic rate of interest I. For calculation interest, We do not have a formula method. We just have either calculator or Excel. So I'm going to introduce two methods for calculate interest. Let's take a look at an example. Victoria saved $416 every 6 months for 8 years. What nominal rate of interest compounded annually is earned if the savings account accumulates to $7,720 in 8 years? So what is the question here? The question asks you nominal rate of interest, ROI. What is ROI? That is the question. And given PMT 416, and 8 years means term equal to 8 years multiplied by 2. Why multiply by 2? Because you saved every 6 months. So 1 year you saved 2 times. So 8 years you saved 16 times. Term N equal to 16. And you put the money into saving account. Okay, 7,720 is the future value. Future value. Okay, so now we can use calculator. Start with second quit. Make sure it is end March. Set up PY, second PY. Every year you save 2 times. So PY equal to 2. Enter. Down arrow key, CY. CY is 1Y. Because interest is compounded annually here. See, compounded annually. Now, second quit. 416 negative PMT. 16 term N. $7,720. That is FV. We entered 3 numbers. Remember, you need to enter 4 numbers. So 0 is PV as precaution to clear any previous entries. Last step, compute ROI. Okay, so you get 6.9247%. That is the nominal rate of interest. Okay. And this is also the instruction for calculator over here. All right, let's move on. So that actually concludes Excel method. How do I use Excel to figure out the term N? Okay. So I'm going to use Excel. Interest, Excel interest. To figure out interest in Excel, you need to calculate equivalent rate of interest P. Okay, so I'll write down here. Remember P equal to, no, we cannot calculate P. The question asks us to calculate the nominal rate of interest. So directly use the formula. Okay, so equal rate NPER, term N is 16, PMT 416, present value PV 0, future value $7,720. Okay, type is 0. And you get this one. This rate actually is periodical rate. Periodical rate. Remember, we have Py not equal to Cy. We have to do something about this number. So let me double check these parameters first. So 16 is the term, 418, 77, this one here. So this number is actually I. Okay, this number is periodic rate I, and we have to, I'll do something here. So remember, we have Cy equal to 1 because interest compounded annually. Py equal to 2. Okay. So what is P? P equal to Cy over Py. Cy over Py. So it is 1 over 2. Okay, that is P. Remember the formula for P is 1 plus I. Oh, that is not P, that is, sorry. That is C, okay. C equal to Cy over Py. Okay. So 1 plus I raised to power C minus 1. And this is P. P equal to 1 plus I raised to power C minus 1. Okay. And this is the equivalent rate of interest. This number we get from Excel. The number you get from Excel is P, 0.019435. Mm. 19435. Okay. So now from here we solve for I. From here we solve for I. Okay, so how do we solve for I? Equation 1 unknown, 1 plus I raised to power, oops. One plus I raised to power 1 over 2. Minus 1, I move over to the right, so equal to 1.019435. Okay, and both sides sorry. This is an equation. I want to solve for I. Okay, so 1 plus I equal to this number squared. So I'm going to use Excel to do it, to do the basic calculation. Okay. So 1 plus I equal to 1 plus this number, and this number squared. So this number squared, and after that, this number minus 1. This number minus 1, oops, equal this number minus 1. Okay. No, I ordered minus 1 here. So This is my final result. If I increase decimal places, format cells, if I say it is percentage for decimal places, so I get 3.9247, exactly the same number I get from calculator. Remember, okay, see, this is my calculator. Same number here, see? Okay. So in this question, if you use Excel, a little bit more work. Direct approach to use the calculator. Okay. All right. So in summary, what I did in this lecture, I did two things. One, calculate term N for ordinary general annuity. Two, calculate interest rate for ordinary general annuity. Thanks for watching. See you next time.